Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Happy Friday Eve. Yes, getting close to the weekend. How are you guys doing? I hope you're jumping on here with me live. Guys, I'm going to talk a little bit tonight about a side dish that Dave and I love because it's steak night at our house. We do love our beef, and we have one butchered every year, so we have steaks always in the freezer. But when you can pay the same price for ribeyes as you pay for ground beef, why not have ribeyes once in a while, right? So guys, if you're getting on here with me live, hi Jane, do like Jane did, drop live in the comments. And if you'd like to tell me where you're tuning in from, I'd love to know where you're at. If you're catching me later on and it says was live up in the corner, you're just catching the replay, and that's play in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. My name's Jan. If you don't know who I am, I live in southeast Nebraska. Windy Nebraska today. It's beautiful out there, even with the wind today. The wind has been so cold here lately, but today it's chilly, but it's not bad. I had the kids out. Some of them didn't even have jackets on. I actually went out myself without a jacket on, and it wasn't too bad. Hi, Judy. How are you? So, guys, like I was lives you've ever caught, my name's Jan. I do live in Nebraska. I love sharing our lifestyle, which is a low-carb to keto type lifestyle. I love sharing the recipes that we do, lots of different things like that. And I share even more information than what I do here on my private page. This is kind of my family page, but I like sharing this stuff out also. But if you want more information about a low carb lifestyle, then you should be in my group, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. I started that group 7-ish years ago, quite some time ago. And I started it because Dave is diabetic, was really struggling in line. We found a friend on Facebook who was sharing some supplements. We started the supplements, and those babies changed our lives, guys. Happier, better off in our lives. So if you need any information about some supplements, maybe something that'll put a smile on your face, put some pep in your step, give you a little bit of energy, and who knows, maybe lose a pound or two, drop info in the comments and I'll get back to you about that. But my group, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave, kind of got sidetracked there. I love those products so much, I'm not gonna lie. But my group, I started that group then because our carb cravings, that's hard to say some days. Carb cravings were cut so much. Hey, how's North Pole Alaska doing? Carb cravings were down so much that, with the products, that it was amazing. So I wanted to share the recipes because we shifted from always eating potatoes and carby, starchy things, Before we started some of this, I'd have never dreamed we would be fixing Brussels sprouts for dinner, but I'm going to fix some Brussels sprouts tonight. Typically with this recipe, guys, I use the frozen ones. I had these in the fridge, finishing off or doing a bag of these. I had grabbed these. I thought I was going to do something else with them. I didn't. So this is just a simple little bag of fresh Brussels sprouts I picked up at Aldi. I love to shop Aldi. You'll find that out if you follow me. But guys, if you need to be in my group, Diabetic Eats, I'm going to turn it backwards like this. Baked Brussels sprouts, Diabetic Eats with Jan. Okay, I would love to have you join me in that group. Okay, hey Keith, hey Madge, hey Melissa. Guys, thanks for saying hello. I do appreciate that. But that group is where you can find the recipes. You can find all the information that I talk about for our lives, okay? And you can search it on Facebook. Just go to the top on Facebook in that search bar, type in Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. It's a yellow and blue banner. Request to join. I'll get you in there. Or you can drop group in the comments, and I'll leave you a link to tap. You just touch that link, it'll take you there, okay? So this recipe, we use this a lot, guys. I love it. As you can see, I laminate all my recipes. I keep them, and you know what? That's the way I do it. I am a messy cook. So what have I done so far, guys? Not too much. I sprayed this pan. Hey, Judy, I'll get you a link, okay? Sprayed this pan. I took these Brussels sprouts, cleaned them up a little bit, and cut them all in half. So they're all just cut in half, okay? I love this recipe because it's super simple. Throw together, throw it in the oven. It'll be ready in a little bit. Okay, so I've got this here. I've got butter, okay? Sticks, big ones. I buy this at Costco. It's Kirkland's. I love their Irish butter. Hey, Melissa, how are you? This is one place I splurge, okay? Because I love the flavor of the Irish butter. So what am I going to do with this? I'm going to tip you guys down just a smidgen and kind of get down here and talk to you. I'm just going to chunk this up and throw it in on top of these, okay? Just going to throw it in on top, okay? And I've got my oven preheated to 375. I think my typo on my part, sorry, 385, 375. My oven personally will not go to 385, so it's going to be 375. So, stick of butter, put it on there, chunked it up, and now I've got brown sweetener, guys. We do not use sugar at all in our house. Well, maybe for what I use, guys, is this right here. Lakanto brown monk fruit sweetener, okay? This is a monk fruit and erythritol blend. Erythritol is a sugar alcohol. Monk fruit is an honest-to-God fruit that's grown, I don't know, South America? No, Africa, somewhere like that. I can't remember. Hey, Sammy. Hi, Michelle. Guys, thanks for jumping on. So like I said, I use this. I love this brand. And it really is just like brown sugar, okay? I'm going to take about a half a cup of this. And guys, look at this. If you have a Pampered Chef person, these things are the bomb. I'm not going to lie. I love mine. And I keep it in there, and it keeps the sugar soft, okay? Hey, Debbie, thank you. So, I've got this, and I'm just going to sprinkle it around on top, okay? This is, monk fruit is very sweet, guys, and this is like some of the information I give over in my group, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. If you'd like to be in that group, I'd love to have you join us. You can drop group in the comments or search it in the... Monk fruit is like 300 times as sweet as sugar, so that is oftentimes why it's mixed with something like this, because it makes it go farther. But erythritol is a sugar alcohol. It's also natural. Some will tell you it's not. I believe that it is, okay? And then I'm just going to take some bacon, okay? Who doesn't love bacon? Bacon, bacon, bacon. Recipe calls for about a half a pound. I'm not 5 or 6 pieces here. And I'm just going to cut them into smaller chunks and spread them around on top. It's going to give it some good grease and some good flavor. This is like a pepper type bacon. You can see there's lots of pepper on it. But use the bacon that you like, okay? Whatever you like to use is good with me. And then I'm just going to pop this in the oven, guys, just as it is. I'm going to bake it for, let me see, about 20 minutes. Going to take it out and drain off some of the grease and the oil. Not all of it, but some of it. Pop it back in there and bake it for about another 15. So, guys, if you're popping on here with me live, please let me know you're out there. I know I'm busy here. Sometimes I miss some comments, and I'm sorry for that. I do try to go back in and reply to anybody. So if you have questions, feel free to drop those questions in there. And if I don't get it answered while I'm on here live, I will definitely get back to you and get that question answered. But like I said, I love sharing this stuff. I love these. Do you guys know how healthy Brussels sprouts are for you? Those green cruciferous vegetables like Brussels sprouts, the cabbage, the asparagus, the dark green stuff like spinach and stuff like that are so healthy. They cleanse your body, detox your body of a lot of different things. So they are amazing, and if you can work them into your diet, it's amazing. Hey, Deborah, how are you? Awesome, Melissa. I gotta wash my hands quick before I throw this in the oven, or at least clean them up here a little bit. So, like I was saying, guys, a group share information about the benefits of different things. I know I've shared in there about benefits of cauliflower and cabbage and all kinds of stuff. And those are fantastic things, guys. Whole foods, that's our big thing. You want to make sure if you can get the whole food in your body, that is the best way to go about it. We've really test stuff. So if you're buying stuff in boxes that all you have to do is warm up, you really need to be reading the ingredients on that kind of stuff, because honestly, in my opinion, I am not a doctor, I am not a nurse, I am me, but in my opinion, it is those pre-made processed things are a lot of our issue in this world, in our country anyway. Overweight, and so we really have made the shift away from that stuff, and we're thankful for the supplements that we take too, so that we don't crave those carby things anymore. So this is what it looks like before we're going in, guys. I've had some people say, hey, if you could just put a picture in when you're done. And I've been trying to do that with my lives. Go back in. So if you're curious about what my dish looks like when it's finished, I really have been trying hard to get back in there. So you may have to look through some of the comments and try to find it. But I've been trying real hard to get them in there and get them up so that you can see what my finished product looks like. And yeah, that's kind of all there is to that. So like I said, this recipe, baked Brussels sprouts. If you get into my group, there's a little magnifying glass thing. You can go in there and search baked Brussels sprouts, and it'll bring this recipe right up. You can print it out, keep it. You can do whatever you want to do with it. Like I said, I print all of mine out. I keep them here because sometimes when I like to get into my cookbooks and just start flipping, and I think, wow, man, we haven't had this in a long time. I'm really bad about that, but that's what I do. And I've had people say, Jan, you should do a cookbook. And I'm like, I already have one, and you guys could have it too. All you got to do is print out my recipes and you can have my cookbook. How about that? So that's all I have for tonight, guys. I'll get this posted up a little later with a picture when it comes out. But I'd love to have you join us in the group, guys. I just love sharing a passion of mine to try to help others in any way that I can, and just help others so that, you know, if you can make the switch before you absolutely have to, like we had to, your health is going to benefit from it. So, you know, make that switch before your health pays the price, okay? Don't think that you have time, because we don't know how much time we have. So make that switch, get in there, join us. Well, I about fell off the counter. You never know what you're gonna get with me. So anyway, like I said, make that switch, do what you can do. But really, guys, I talk about all this stuff and the changes that we've made in our lives. I talk about the supplements that we take every single ways. I mean, I'm down 50 pounds. Dave is down over 90 pounds, and feels so good. The energy, you know, the energy to go. I go from 4:30 in the morning until late into the night. I work 12.5-hour days, and I'm not getting any younger. So I love what we do. I love how wonderful it is, and I love how it makes you feel every single day. So I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. Enjoy your day. Remember, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. You can search it or drop group in the comments. If you need info on these supplements, drop info in the comments, and I hope to see you over in the group soon. So enjoy your day, guys. We'll chat with y'all later. Bye.